Hey, if you are a US-based seller, this one is for you. The FTC is starting to crack down. Recently, they have sent warnings to both Amazon and Walmart about sellers using Made in USA claims. Now, a lot of us know having that little Made in USA badge can help boost conversions. It gives certain products an edge because many shoppers actually prefer items made locally. And right now, with everything going on, like the whole tariff situation, shoppers are getting a bit more price conscious. That's also pushing more people to look for Made in USA products. So yeah, that level can definitely help with sales. But the problem is, some sellers have been taking advantage of it, especially on platforms like Walmart and Amazon. So here is what happened. The FTC actually sent warning letters to Amazon and Walmart about third-party sellers who seems to be making misleading Made in USA claims on their marketplace. And beyond that, the FTC made it clear, if a company falsely claims their products are made in USA, they can expect to be contacted directly. The FTC head even mentioned this is an official press release. Now, this whole situation is a bit tricky. A lot of sellers are using these tags, but the rules around them haven't always been super clear, especially when it comes to how Amazon or Walmart are defining what actually counts as Made in the USA. So here is the key part. According to the FTC Act and the Made in the USA labeling rule, if you are advertising your product as Made in the USA, then it needs to be all or almost entirely made in the United States. If you are selling something that isn't and you are still making that claim, well, it looks like FTC is finally starting to take action. And honestly, it's about time. For years, it's been hard to tell whether a product is actually made in USA or not. Sellers could throw on a USA label or even a small business tag without needing to show much proof. And on Amazon or Walmart, there is no requirement to submit anything that confirms it. In fact, you could say a product is made in the USA even if it's only assembled here or not even that. And yeah, this kind of thing is pretty common. You will see it all over the listings, like this one. They have added a little tag that says Made in the USA. Some sellers even take it further by putting that label right on the main image as a sort of main image hack. So this is one of those gray areas where some sellers might be pushing a limit, trying to make it seem like their product qualifies for the Made in the USA level. But the FTC's rule is pretty clear. The product has to be all or virtually all made within the USA. It really comes down to this. Was the product actually produced in the US or was just a part of it handled here? That's where the line is often being stretched. This brand is proudly claiming that everything they have is made in the USA. So yeah, at first glance, it feels like it fits. But is it always accurate? Hard to say. And that's the issue. There is just no easy way to confirm. You can check sellers through tools like Helium 10 to see whether they are based in the USA or not. Sometimes you can even scroll down to the seller details on the listing and try to learn more about the brand. But even then, they might still be making that Made in the USA claim without much clarity. This kind of claim is a big deal for some brands. Now if you dig into the listing details, you might be able to spot the country of origin. Usually it shows up under the item detail section. In this case, it's not listed, but often you will find it somewhere around there. And that can help confirm whether the product is actually from the USA or not. Here is another listing as an example. It mentions natural ingredients and simply says USA made. You will also see that phrase repeated in the listing copy. But again, how do we really know? Did they submit any documentation? Is there any proof behind that claim? Sometimes Amazon does ask for that kind of verification and can be strict about it. But not always. It really depends. You can even try this yourself. Just search for Made in USA on Amazon. You will see tons of products showing off that badge. There are all sort of items, each one claiming right in the listing that it's made in the USA. But the thing is, you don't really have a clear way to know if that's actually true. Even when using tools or browser plugins that shows whether a seller is based in the USA, it's still not 100% certain. Why? Because anyone can set up a US LLC, so just having USA business address doesn't automatically mean the products are being manufactured here. This could be a pretty big shift across Amazon and Walmart. So, if you are making Made in USA claim, there is a good chance they will start tightening things up soon. Maybe even requiring documentation that shows exactly where your products are being manufactured or assembled. That kind of proof might become a regular part of this process. So yeah, this is something we are keeping a close eye on. It feels like a big change that's starting to unfold. and a lot of sellers who have been casually using that label might start running into trouble, even if their products really are made in the US. But honestly, whenever the FTC steps in with Amazon, they usually come down hard. Amazon tends to go back and review everything retroactively. So if you are making a made in the USA claim, you are likely have to prove it. So guys, if anything new pops up on this matter, we will make sure to keep you updated.